What is happening, people? United Centrally, back with another video, another podcast, podcast 47, and it's official.
Ashley Young.
Ashley, goodbye, mate. Goodbye.
Wow.
Good riddance. It's been a pleasure.
I don't know, man.
Yo.
I think we should have kept it to the summer.
He's an ultimate professional. He cares about the club.
He cares about the club, mate.
He cares about the club, but he's gone, mate. That's what you...
I don't know, man. I don't look at it and I think 1.5 million, though.
What? That's an insult, bro.
He's not been also a professional the past couple of weeks, innit?
He didn't even want to play, bro. He didn't even want to be on the bench. Ultimate professional.
I look at it, obviously, the Don has spoken. Man United have agreed a fee, 1.5 million euros. So you're looking at close to 1 million euros. You know what I mean? But
£1 million.
I look at it, and I look at that though. And I think 1 million going down to Glazer's spending money,
bro.
You know what I mean?
Telling you,
little cheap, you know what I mean? Like little expenses, yeah, out of the way. I don't know, man. 10 years, Nordin has been at the club. Do you think he's underachieved or he's overachieved?
No, one thing worth to say to him. So I'm going to put my biased side of him, my critique of him to one side. The past couple of years has been frustrating to watch.
Yeah.
Because he's not the player. He's not a right back. He's never been a right back. He's never been a left back.
Yeah.
He was a winger that, because Man United were not signing players, we just went, you'll do. Because he was the kind of guy who would...
But he was on the up though. He was on the up that time.
Listen, you know, I'll play anywhere. But you put that aside, I never heard any news thing about him. I don't remember any news of him falling out of a nightclub, pissed or whatever.
No.
He was an ultimate professional.
Yeah, he kind of gave, but to me, for a top club like Man United, in the last 3 years, he epitomised what was wrong with Man United.
What sense?
Because you're keeping a guy, a former winger, as a right back and a left back. It just shows who you are, what you are.
But then we did it with Valencia.
That's what I'm saying to you. So that showed in the past, 10 sort of years, especially the last 5-6 years of his tenure, that we've got failed wingers as fullbacks. Do you know what I mean? Consistently being in the team. To me, it just shows where Man United have been, the journey that we've been on. So one thing I would say about Ollie, as Ollie's guy here, Ollie is had a clean out, mate. Clean out in the word. If we looked at the list we had,
was he the right player to leave though? Now
listen, if we had the list in the summer, the list that we did, we'd have to look at the old videos. You know the list that we had. Remember when we say how many would you get rid of?
Yeah. Ashley Young was.
Ashley Young was there. Valencia was part of it. Fellaini was part of it.
Yeah.
Lukaku was on it.
Yeah.
Sanchez was on it because he wasn't even playing. Who else was on it?
I think. Hold on. Jones was on it.
Jones was on it. Smalling was on it.
Smalling.
Are you sure about that? No.
I'm not sure about that
now. No, that's one player you could say something.
You know what I mean?
One player you could say to us. You know what? This guy Smalling was a mistake. Jones should have been let alone.
But Aaron, is it a case of the rebuild starts now and you know we get rid of the dead wood, or do you look at it as if United have sold someone in the now who came in, he's done a good job, disciplined, professional, you know what I mean? Every time he's come in, I've asked, he's putting a shift in. Was it the right time to sell him now, or do you just think with knowing anything, you know what, mate, bye bye, ciao ciao?
To be fair, we could have kept him till the end of the season because our squad is thin. But now thinking about it, remember when the rumours started to circulate around about Ashley Young going to Inter Milan?
Yeah.
That's the same time. It was around the same time we called back Borthwick Jackson.
Yeah.
So to me, it makes sense. You know, we call back Borthwick Jackson, Ashley Young leaves, so replacement like for like. Innit?
Yeah.
So, but still, I would have preferred us to go into the market maybe in the summer. You know, maybe take that L now of letting him go, but then in the summer go in the market and get a new left back because I don't trust Luke Shaw no more. I do not trust this guy.
Yeah.
The guy is clearly overweight. Sorry, but it has to be said because you guys have seen that picture going around on Twitter.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw in 2016 and Luke Shaw now. Bro, there's a massive difference, bro. He's out of he's out of shape. He's okay, never mind photos. On the pitch, when you see him, you can see he's out of shape. Because
there's a difference between him and Brandon Williams.
Yeah, there's a clear difference. So we could have gone into the market and went, you know, maybe sell Luke Shaw and then get another left back in and then have him, the new left back, let's say, battle it out with Brandon Williams. Not battle it out, but like, you know, he plays.
It'd be a good understudy.
Exactly. So, but yeah, man, I mean, when I look at the circumstances, I'm thinking, bro, you wanted to leave, go. Like, You don't want to play for the club no more. All right, cool.
What does that say about the football club though? That he's left after 10 years before his testimonial.
Yeah.
Is he thinking now that the club's in a toxic mess right now?
I think he knows. I think he knows that, and that's why.
And that's a club captain.
I know, but this brings me to another point. If this was someone else. If this was this was Martial, if this was Pogba, because this has gone quiet, you know, like it's got under the radar, like pushed under the carpet, like no one's mentioning that he didn't want to play, didn't even want to be on the bench and stuff. No one's mentioning that, but it also tells me that there's something going on in the dressing room, bro.
Yeah.
Something's going on in the dressing room, but
and I think maybe he wanted this move all along since the summer. Maybe he didn't get in the summer, and he tried to say, you know what, Glazers, I'll give you 1 million in your back pocket.
I think he wanted to stay in the summer because when you signed that new deal last season, obviously we knew he was going to stay. But yeah, it's a mix of both, innit? Like, it's kind of like, okay, good servant to the club, whatever, But then on the other hand, it's like, bro, come on, man, you shouldn't, because that was basically a strike. He was striking.
Yeah.
Like, let's call it what it is. He was striking. I know the journalists, the big media outlets are not going to say it because it's actually young, but he was striking. So at the end of the day, let's look at it from his perspective, bro. He's going to Italy. He's going to a side that's challenging for the title. He's still going to play Champions League football. He's going to play with Lukaku and Sanchez, reunited with his old teammates.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Like, he's going to go eat that pizza and pasta. He's going to go get them Armani fitted suits. See what I mean? Them Giorgio Armani fitted suits. But yeah, man, he's going to live the nice lifestyle in Milan, bro.
Who's done a good job here? Woodward or Solskjaer? Give credit to where it's true.
Let's give it the proper title. Young set. Before Brexit, mate. That's how it goes, mate. Young exit.
Who's the genius there, though? Woodward or is it Solskjaer?
You can tell that. Come on, are you kidding me? You know how hard it was for players to be cleared out. But Woodward were the managers.
Woodward said, let's get a year on him so we can get some money out of him. You know what I mean?
Listen, no one's going to get money out of him. I mean, that's the absolute change. that £1 million is good. That £1 million should keep the lights on.
You know what? That's some heating around Old Trafford.
That's the electricity bill.
That's the electricity bill.
So for you, that's the end of the road.
To me, you know what? Like I said, I put my criticism, and I actually did not like him because in the games, even though some of you might have said he's done well, to me, Brandon Williams has absolutely just showed me. Because after years of being used to Valencia, used to Ashley Young, even defending Luke Shaw, Brandon Williams was coming like a breath of fresh air and said, this is how a fullback should play. Energy, tempo, up and down, all day, every day. Saying that last night, he looked a bit weary. He looked a bit tired.
Yeah.
It must be said.
You know what?
But that's what he is.
Yeah.
And to me, so my criticism in my head at the times I was thinking I'm a bit too harsh because, you know, what we always say, Aaron, especially me and Aaron would always just look on Twitter and go, look at the team news. No! You know, he's on the team news. Especially at the beginning of the season, we were just like, please, no! But put that aside, a good servant.
Good servant, wish him good luck.
True professional, true professional. There might be something to what Aaron has said. There might be a dressing room uproar. Because I'm guessing, if you were a true professional and you were going out there, because they must know, innit? He must know, and the club, senior players of the club must know, and the coaching staff must know, that whatever risk and what the Glazers and Woodward are doing is shocking because you can't get rid of so many people and then only have 3 replacements. Do you know what I mean?
Because remember, Solskjaer even said, like, he said, we can't afford, when they asked him about Ashley Young,
he said it in the summer. He said exactly the same thing in the summer.
To let anyone go
without bringing any people. So really, then, is it really down to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
No, it is because at the end of the day,
he said, I don't want ins and outs.
Listen, no. Basically, he's wink. You have to read the code in it.
I don't know about quotes, man. Are you sure about reading quotes?
No, reading quotes there. Because
you see the quotes is pointing out now.
Because I've been getting sucked in it. He's become a bit of a Jackanory joker, innit? Like he started telling jokes. He's a bit of a comedian now. Some of the quotes he's coming out with, and I have to read it when he says when he says like we need to get people in before we can let people go. He said that multiple interviews during the summer. We can't let people go.
This was out of his control. I think
we can't. This one here, I think something's happened. It's been kicked off, And Ashley Young was basic. I think, you know what? I can imagine aspects of it might be his ego. There are some senior players, they accept the fact that they're no longer the same power. Yeah. He might be the kind of guy who thinks, I'm still got it. Why is Brandon Williams playing? Yeah. Why am I like a third choice now? Why am I this from second to a first team guy? I'm second choice to a third choice now. So it could be that, or it could be that he's a true professional in a sense that thinking, well, what's going on? We're not signing anybody. I'm going out there. I'm the club captain, and people are shoving that question to me. Can you imagine him in his daily work, daily life? Like, of course, people are human. Are gonna say, Ashley, what's going on? What's going on with the club? How come we're not signing players? How come we fall behind that much? So I'm just speculating here. What it could be, right? It could be 3 different possibilities, right? But like I said, ciao bella, bellissima,
arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Well, I say goodbye. I'm not multilingual as either. Ashley Young, you've been a good servant. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for your commitment to the football club. And good luck to Inter. Aaron, I said someone was moaning last night. And about the result of today. About the game, are you on the same level? I was more a case of, I was in awe last night. I felt that was for me embarrassing last night. And you know what is it? If you're a top fan here and you're a footballing intellectual fan, you'll see the scale of last night's football. You know what? I think if we had McTominay in there, I still think they would have been in trouble, because at the end of the day, Levas and Martinho, technicians, mate.
Levels.
And you know what I mean? Like, and I just looked at that game.
We could have controlled that game last night. Pogba and McTominay were playing.
Yeah.
You know what though? I just feel like Nuno had the right tactics. So you can have the right players out there, you can have a field of masterclasses, but if you haven't got the right tactics, and the right kind of setup, listen, mate, every team's gonna get found out.
That's
and
right.
we've had teams like PSG when they came over to Old Trafford, they dominated the game. You know, a man like Verratti running the midfield. So we could talk about Pogba midfield. I just look at it in terms of Wolves set up yesterday, and I know they lost, and you know what I mean, people are saying, oh, they didn't have that many shots on target and all that, but does that show where we need to be? In terms of footballing, kind of football. And I know we won. I get it. We won, and we're happy. But I'm always looking at the bigger picture, and the bigger picture. Bigger picture. I look at the bigger picture, and I say to him, was it a case of, is there a far way to go now?
It was a good win, but the performance was like always, isn't it? Like just same old United. When you look at the way they played, especially in the second, was it the second half? First half, sorry.
First half.
The way they were dominating us, but they didn't have too many chances, but the way they were playing was just like, you know what's his name? Saiss. He was playing left centre back because he was playing with 3.
But he was one of the...
Every time he was playing a diagonal ball, it landed to who? Doherty. Every single time. So in my mind, I'm like, bro, can you not tell anyone to go there and mark this guy?
Yeah.
2 corners they took in the first half. I don't know how many in total, but 2 of them, if there's more, correct us in the comments below.
But they were short.
2 of them, every time there's a man on the corner flag, and there's Moutinho there free. And I'm like, the first time it happened, I'm like, alright, cool. Second time, they're going exactly the same from me. I'm like, bro, close him down. Like, we don't learn from our mistakes. And this is what, it goes back to what Nudin was saying yesterday when we were talking off camera. He was like, this zonal marking shit has to stop. Like, zonal marking is probably, to me personally, the worst kind of marking you can do on set pieces.
I'd rather mark me.
Because you're not in movement.
With the ball coming forward as well.
With the ball coming forward, so you're standing still. So even when someone comes in and jumps, he's gonna jump over you because you have to jump from a standing point when someone else is coming in from a running point. So he's got a bigger leap on you. Do you see what I mean? So we need to stop this whole zonal stuff.
They do half and half, don't they? They do half and half.
They do it bit by bit.
This is my point. This is my point. You have to choose. It's either one or the other. It's either man marking or zonal marking. But I would go for man marking because then, if a player's moving, you're moving with him. You're preventing him from making a certain run. Do you see what I mean? So it was this. I just don't know if, because it seems like we go from game to game, just like, last game we lost, but it's cool. Next game, boom. But okay, it's cool. It's cool to look at the next game. But what do you take from the last game that you did wrong to make it better in the next game? Because right now we are not learning from our mistakes. We literally are not learning from our mistakes. That goal that they scored, thankfully it was allowed by VAR, but that was just pure calamity, bro. That was just pure, and that's just typical.
I don't know what Fred did.
And it was pure luck that it hit his hand. It
literally, bro.
And I think, you know what? Look
Maguire challenged him and he took him out because he hit him in his leg. And the ball rolls up and literally just touches his hand. Like, it wasn't a handball like him handballing it. It literally touched his
Tell the people why you were so annoyed yesterday. Like, be honest.
I'm honest. The honesty, the annoyance was the fact that obviously it goes back to the summer. It goes back to the lack of numbers, lack of options from the bench, and then it goes back to the idea that people like Ricky and that shout out Ricky. Shout out all the Matic, all the Matic fans, all the Matic and Mata fans. Shout them all out. That when you come against a team who knows what they're doing, and the thing about how Wolverhampton played, we know what they're going to do, but we were still in that first half. They were setting traps for us that we know because they've got the better of us over 4 games before. So we were doing the repeating attention, and the only way you can beat that is having dynamic midfield, right? Yeah. When you have dynamic midfield that can move and shift the ball quickly, and you then impose yourself on the opposition, we couldn't do that. What they did was actually, I was a little bit disappointed with Nino in a little bit yesterday, because I actually thought if they actually, other than setting trap for us, if they went for us, I think they could have beat us. Do you know what I mean? I think if they would have got the first goal. But my reaction, and I'm getting apparently on my fan cam, apparently somebody's telling me that I'm getting a hell. I'm getting the people. They
basically think you're being too negative, which I think.
No, listen, it's not. Listen, people can accuse me of that anytime. I'm usually the positive guy anyway. But it's because you listen, more like Aaron will understand why. Because me and him have been talking about Rashford and last season Rashford and how Rashford was he was completely. We watched those games towards the end of last season where he was just going through the motions, right? Yeah. And my biggest thing was that before, when the team news came out, I said, I'm spelt it because I'm dyslexic, but I said I wrote on Twitter, he's carrying knocks. So I was like, interesting team news. Let's see what they do. He's carrying. So I was happy that Rashford was not even in the team, right? So most people are misunderstanding that. Not that I was going to moan and go, if Rashford wasn't there, why is Rashford not there? Because I've watched this kid. I've studied this kid. I know what he's capable of. Yeah. But I also know he can't play every single game. I don't care if it's Champions League final. You're injured. Because that's going to have a knock-on effect in other important games that we might need you. You're not there. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Do you blame Molly for bringing him on then?
No, I blame half. It's Rashford and Ollie, and that's what I said.
Can you blame Rashford?
No, I can't. Yes,
no, as a player, you should know, If
Aaron, you played the level.
I played pro, I played at a pro level. It wasn't for long, but I played at pro level, and there were times where we had in Germany, we're not used to playing too many games like throughout a week. So when we do have like three games in 10 days, we call it the English week because it's referring to English football. So when we had the English week, when we played 3 games in 10 days, I would play maybe 1 game for 90 minutes, and then the next game I'll be like, yo, coach, I know that I'm feeling good, but I'll be like, coach, you know what? Today, maybe just put me on the bench and bring me on for like the last 30, because I know that it could potentially bring injuries. It could. So you have to think bigger picture. You have to think big.
Rashford has it in him though. That's
the thing is,
Rashford wants to be like Rooney.
because he knows that he's one of the main players. He wants to play every single game, and he has to be careful, because if he doesn't take care of his body by the age of 28, 29, he could be burnt out. Right, he could be done, finished like Rooney, because Rooney, technically speaking, he's still good. He's still good.
But he was done about 20, 28, 29.
The pace of the Premier League was done.
By 29, which is not normal, bro.
Yeah. The pace of the Premier League got to him. He was done.
So Rashford needs to sometimes go to Ollie. When Ollie asks him and goes, "Are you fit?" He said, "Yeah, I'm fit, but I have a little nut here, so today I probably not, Or you've got to think about Liverpool, coach. Like today, just don't include me in the squad. We've got a bigger game coming up." Talk like this to your manager, bro. It's not every time play. Bro, you've got to rest sometimes, and this is exactly what happened last season as well. With Lingard, with Rashford, and then we rushed Lingard back into the Liverpool game. Then he got injured, Herrera got injured, Martial got injured against PSG. They all got injured because we were playing them every single game.
A Liverpool game, 4 of them, and Rashford was still limping, and he had to stay on because we couldn't. So the problems that's what I'm saying about not learning. My frustration with Ollie was the fact that, and the reason why I was pissed off, it's not because of the game. I'm glad we got through, but at what expense? We're at home. We're supposed to dictate the game, but in this game, he brings him on to think that he's going to do something. He had 2 runs. Chong is on the bench. You can bring Jong on to do those 2 runs that Rashford had.
Yeah.
Me and him sat together at a Norwich game. We were watching Rashford. We were talking about it, saying he's not really involved in the game.
Yeah.
It's just those moments when he got the goal because he's carrying knocks. And we can see that.
Apparently he's got a bone. What's his bone thingy?
Bro,
I don't know what this is.
Samuel Luckhurst tweeted.
I know this. I don't need to know what you've got. I don't need the journalist to tell me. I can read his body language.
And he said he's been playing games. He's been carrying a bone healing device.
Jeez, man. What? Bro, bone healing device. What device you need in there, man? Wagwan. I've never heard about
Some people are short memory. My long-term memory is incredible. Last season, I was watching games. I was looking at Rashford and going,
isn't Ollie even this
season? Even this season,
yeah.
Do you remember the game against Newcastle?
Yeah.
Remember the games against West Ham away?
Yeah.
I remember those games. I'm looking at him, and he's like, he's limping. He's angry. You can tell he's not right. He's not fit. But to prove something, it's like some sort of sinister game between him and Solskjaer. I've got to prove that I'm tough. Like, I'm really tough and I want to play every game.
But you're not fit now.
This is what Solskjaer said as well. When he was asked about Maguire, he was like, he had a knock at half time, but he wanted to show that. He had a knock at half time, but he's a warrior, so I let him.
No, you're not fit though.
Listen, football is not like you played, Ollie. Football has changed. The game's faster now.
Yeah.
The game's players need to be able to look after themselves because of the intensity and the high level they're playing at now.
Can you not blame Ollie? He's a kid in the candy store.
No.
He's got Rashford, Martial at his disposal. He's going to play all these cards.
No, I understand. Listen,
that's all I've got.
Listen, I know, but this is where
I'm not trying to defend him though.
Listen, but this is where it comes down to. But I'm saying to you, I understand where it's coming from. But Ollie needs to get rid of that. Warrior means jack all because the games that you need to. The season's still halfway. We're still just over halfway.
That's what I mean,
right?
bro.
And the guy's carrying all his injuries. Like half time, what did we say?
Yeah.
What me and you when we were watching the Norwich game, what was it like? Take Rashford off now. Take Rashford off now.
Yeah.
Take him off. And then he kept him on. He took him off. And we were like,
thank God.
Results business, man. Results business now.
But you're not damaging the players to protect your position.
Well,
real coach thinks about what needs to happen.
And what with Ollie does, he never understands
it's frustrating. He has to think, especially with Rashford. He has to think with Rashford.
He loves him.
Where he has to think, Rashid, you got to play. I'm like, no,
because he's the main guy now.
Yeah, not all of the time though. You have to be able to.
If Rashford doesn't turn up, United don't
the
win.
best thing about Fergie, we would turn up at Old Trafford sometimes back in the day. We would think, what's going on?
But he would do it.
Fergie would do it. But what Fergie would do is whoever stepped in would have to give it. Not necessarily win the game.
When we played the game, what was it? Was it Bayern Munich? My man just woke up in the morning and was like, I'm going to play Darren Gibson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you.
I'm going to play Darren Gibson. And everyone was like, what are you doing, bro? Do you see what I mean? And sometimes you just got to give players rest, man.
Aside from that.
Not just physically, but mentally as well.
Yeah. Aside from Rashford, this latest developments is Bruno Fernandes.
Mm-hmm. I ain't falling for that.
Eh?
I ain't falling for that.
He's coming, bro.
He's signed a deal.
I ain't falling for that.
Agent Webby has said, deal's done. 5-year deal, signed the contract. Only United and Sporting Lisbon have yet to agree a fee. My title for the podcast is, and this is going to be the title, Aaron, will Bruno Fernandes fix United?
No chance.
Nah, he's not going to fix.
Are you kidding me?
He's not going to fix us, but
why not?
He could be.
Is he going to be the kingpin now?
No, he could be the first piece. Okay. The first important. What are you doing?
What's up?
He's going to be. He could be the first piece to rebuilding the team where it needs to be. He could be the first piece because when everybody's fit and you look at the team and we could have a midfield of Fred, McTominay. That's hard now. Do you see what I mean? Then we have Fred, McTominay, Pogba, and Fernandes. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So he could be the key to a new start because the defense, apart from Luke Shaw, we've pretty much sorted it, right? Now look at the pretty much. I said pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much.
Loose terms.
You look at.
Aaron had to check himself.
Wow. Pretty much. Not completely, but pretty much. You look at the midfield now. Bruno Fernandes, when he comes in, because I'm sure he will come. When he comes in, and if he starts making differences in key games, I think other players will look at that team and go, yo, Bruno Fernandes went there, bro. I want to go be part of that as well, man. See what I mean? And Pogba is most likely going to leave at the end of the season. So well, I'm hearing things now that, you know, Florentino Perez has been asked about Pogba, and he was like, I don't know who Pogba is. So,
I don't know about that. Shots fired, mate.
But Perez not messing about, mate.
The only thing that needs fixing right now in our team is the midfield, because the attack's sorted. Maybe in the last 2 games, but they can't do it every single game. A lot of people say they should play every game. Shout out Ricky. Ricky, man, we love you, yeah, we love you, but
El Mango.
well, we love you, Ricky, but do you know what I mean? Like, if we play against when we play against City in the Carabao, bro, Matic ain't gonna do nothing, man.
Same question to you. Will Bruno Fernandes fix United?
Did you see my reaction to your question before?
No.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I've had to pull this down, mate. I've had to pull this down.
Why not?
Let me tell you something, right?
Come on, man.
Let me tell you
signing
something.
somebody.
One player, like I said to you, like I'll say it again. The day that you see me running around, being overexcited, jumping out the place,
It's a Glazers goal.
that is a possibility. Another thing is that when we get a respected, well-rated, footballing director who has all of the power in terms of the footballing
Ed
matters.
Yeah, but he's got the signing now.
Listen, I'll just pause.
If
Let
he's
me
delivering,
just pause.
Let me put it out there. If he's delivering for Bruno
Listen,
Fernandes,
let me just pause.
and he gets another
Let me
right centre midfielder,
Listen,
has
let
he
me
not
pause.
delivered?
Let me just
I'm
pause.
putting the question out there.
Let me just pause here. Let me just pause here. I know what you're trying to do. Play devil's advocate.
Well, Devil's Africa has to be
all
done.
of that, right? Don't come with that to me, mate. You know the
Shout out
shit
to Flex, by the
structure.
way.
Shout out to shit structure. What's going on at our club, right? So that's when I get excited. To me, when we see proper structure, that's when I get really excited, because I know then the long-term plan is to get Manchester United back to competing for trophies. Now, this Bruno Fernandes, first of all, I ain't got giddy. I ain't getting giddy, because one man can't do anything. I told you that back in the day. I told you there ain't nobody gonna come with a magic wand to go and splash it all over OT.
Bruno
and all of a
Fernandes.
sudden, there you go. No,
Bruno Fernandes.
no.
Yes or no?
Let me tell you something. To me, I ain't getting excited. I ain't jacking Jack until I see him holding the shirt and going. And him sitting down there signing the contract.
Which he's going to do on Monday.
Yeah, after the Benfica game.
Well, I don't know about
And
that.
the Liverpool
That's after we got we're going for 5 or 4. 5.
We'll come to
That's what I mean.
Let's not talk about that right now.
when we get
slapped,
when we get backhand, you know,
that's
the
when
backhand
they'll come
imprint.
in and try and lift up the fans again. Here you go. Bruno
Of course.
Fernandes, of course.
And we already
know
know
the
that.
strategy, yeah.
The baddest thing is that people like my brethren said that we've been talking about this for the past, since the news broke, since 2 weeks ago, we're talking about this. We're saying Bruno Fernandes ain't going to sign, because if they're going to break it, he should have signed the next day, right?
Of course, yeah.
So what they're waiting for, when they want a bad result against
Liverpool.
result comes. I know how. Listen, I'm just like I've been part of the meeting. Woodward's sitting there. Avram Glazer is there. The rest of the board, and Woodward's like, "This is what we're gonna do." And the communication department is there.
Glazer's like, all right, guys. If we lose on Sunday against Liverpool, you make sure that you announce Bruno Fernandes.
Listen, we already know what's happening.
We know, bro. We
so
know.
first of all, he's gonna solve. I'll answer another question. What could go align with your question, which is asked me? What signings should Man United made in January to get us to top 4? I would have said to you, 2 central midfielders, one holding midfielder, 1 attacking player. So Bruno Fernandes could have been no. Bruno Fernandes would have been one of the attacking guys and a holding guy, right? Who's got tenacity. It's like a number.
Marcos Llorente.
Just somebody like Pate. Someone like
I think
it's
not reachable.
No, but I'm saying to you, I'm just saying to you, right? One of those players. And then we would have got a striker who was happy to mix and blend in, who can play on the left, on the right, and in the centre, who can mix it with.
Did you not like Jimenez last night?
Listen. Yeah, I like Jimenez. I like Jimenez. I like, because his work off the ball is good, and apparently he's open to the idea of playing. Man United are massive in Mexico. We already know from Chicharito. Yeah. So that could happen. They're saying that he literally would like to. People around him are like, yeah, he's open to the idea of playing for Man United. But anyway, and he's the kind of hard-working guy that some of us like as well, in terms of even if he's not scoring, he's working hard, right? So that's what would have been. So the question, I'll rephrase the question in terms of what I'll ask myself that question. It would have been two midfielders, and that's would have been. That's if we're really just saying get these 3 done, and then we'll have a hope of finishing top 4. Then if you then go to top 4 in the summer, you could go for the key, high-profile, big money players like the Sanchos maybe get playing on the right, because we need to fill that. Maybe getting another left back. Maybe, you know what I mean, sorting out other departments in terms of the centre half question. I mean, all this us being linked with Koulibaly now, I'm just like, this is ridiculous. This is transfer season. This is somebody getting followers. This is somebody trolling us. This is and you know what they say as well in the club, innit? That when Edward speaks to the shareholders, he says,
the social media and all that.
The social media activity that takes place when we're linked with all these players, it's encouraged by the club. Yeah. It's encouraged by the club.
But short term, will Bruno Fernandes get us to top four?
Not just him. Not him by himself. No,
not himself.
Not him. But if Pogba was fit, if McTominay was fit for the games they're gonna miss, we would have a possible chance if we really
so went for it. No chance with Bruno Fernandes top four?
No, because he has to come and adapt to English football. Adapt to the culture.
What's the qualities they're going to bring in?
So,
if I was you, I'll save that for another video, because before you get bitten, lad, I would say to you,
yo, listen, man, welcome to Manchester United, mate.
I would not.
Welcome, Bruno Fernandes, to Manchester United. Enjoy this life, yeah. Enjoy Manchester, Stretford Road, join the front line. Welcome home, mate. I'm saying it. Bruno Fernandes FC, man. You get me?
I think what he's going to bring.
What's the qualities?
What he's going to bring in midfield is energy. He's going to bring technique. He's going to bring intelligence.
He's robust as well.
Very robust, and he's a midfielder, but he's everywhere. That's what I like about him, because I watched a lot of Portugal games.
Yeah.
And he's literally everywhere. He's very good at crossing the ball.
Yeah.
And the most important thing, he's a good set piece taker. Thank God. We finally
have. That matter was yesterday, bloody hell, mate.
We finally have a good set piece taker.
The first man.
Since what? Since Beckham. Since Beckham, arguably.
Ashley Young maybe when he started. No, but seriously, man. When he started, he was good at set pieces.
Yeah, but how long did that last, bro?
How many corners? Those floaters, Aaron.
For about a year.
So, he's a good set piece taker, which is very good, because we need someone like that. So, I think he's going to bring a lot of things, and you know, sometimes I've said this on the show as well. Like, sometimes you're as good as the people around you. So, and I think,
and a manager as well. He could be playing left back, but all we know.
Imagine only playing Fernandes as CDM, bro. Oh my God. But yeah, it's for another day.
Pochettino come quick.
When he comes into the team, I think other people around him will feed off his the things that he's going to bring, and overall he's gonna improve our midfield. He's not going to solve everything, but he's going to improve us a lot, I think.
Yeah.
If he signs
on Monday,
if he signs
on Monday,
if I was to see him with a shirt, I have to be fair to the audience, because some of them might want to know.
You have to eat your words then.
Listen,
you have to eat your words.
No, it's not eat my words, because I don't trust them. I don't trust.
Listen, mate, I have zero trust.
Who do you not
trust? I'm still scared. Listen, I don't trust Man United. I've been here. You know what? Back in the day, Man United let newspapers print Alan Shearer in a Man United shirt. Going along and like, yeah, he's there, he's nearly done, he's coming. Listen, I've seen the planes that were spotted. You know what I mean? People texting, he's just going, oh yeah, that medical place just there in the Willow Range. He's there to do the medical. Listen, I've heard.
Imagine Bruno Fernandes lands in Manchester with his private jet, and Edward was there, and then Bruno comes and they face each other, and Woodward looks at Bruno and he goes, nah, I changed my mind. I changed my mind, bro.
Listen, I'm not trusting this, because in the summer we were linked with him. Everybody, those people that might be in the know were saying definitely he's coming. He's the guy that we've scouted. Yeah. All of a sudden something happened, whatever. It might be the injury. We were not in for him. But if we signs, the key things that I've watched the games, especially from last season, because that's when I thought we were going to get him in the summer. Yeah. Like I said, you know what I mean? We're thinking,
we've got 2 weeks left now.
It's the guy that we're going to get. So what I've seen, the qualities I've seen in Portugal, the games where he's played or come on for Portugal, and the bits of the Benfica. One thing first of all, so it's the pros and the cons. So he ain't going to get most of the time that he gets in that.
Oh yeah,
no chance. He's getting that much time on the ball, right? He ain't gonna get the pace is gonna be hectic in terms of his levels of fitness need to be right up, right?
Yeah.
In terms of challenges and robustness, he needs to have to take it.
Because they're gonna target him.
In Portugal, every league gets refereed differently, and the top players get protected in these leagues, right? We know in Spain, we know what happens. So the pros are he's a leader. At the age of 24 years old, he's a leader.
25.
Yes, well, yeah, he's going to be 25 soon. But he was 24 last time I checked. But I can be corrected. Correct me correct me.
Incoming.
He already, because most people don't know that, he was already, I think he was at Sampdoria. He went to Italy. And then it didn't work out for some reason or whatever reason. And then he came back to Sporting Lisbon. So he's somebody who's tried to go and play in a different kind of football. Something didn't happen. Maybe he got homesick, and maybe it was when he was really young. You know what I mean? In the early 20s. You know what I mean? And he got homesick, and he thought, right, I'll come back. So now you reckon that if he's gonna make this move, he is really like mentally ready, right? Yeah. So the leadership aspect of it, mentally, in terms of actual play and the technical. In the games where we struggle against a low block or games where teams sit back against us, he's the kind of guy who's got that skullduggery sneaking around the corner pass. Yeah. He's got that. And the thing about it, he's got persistence where he wants the ball. He wants the ball constantly. In the most difficult tight corners in situation, he wants the ball. But obviously, he has to adapt. So this idea of you saying, can he solve this problem? No, he's going to take time to adapt. Now, some players, we've already seen, since the beginning of the Premier League, who have come from different parts of the world and Europe, there's some players, they just come, and they're just like, yeah, I'm having it. I'm having it. Let's have it, right?
I'm having it.
That's a two-man Cunha saying, you know what I mean? Those of you who don't know, get to know. He's gonna say, I'm here to have it. Yeah. There are some who think, damn, I need to adapt, and it takes some time and weeks. Now, does Man United have that? Especially if we're just buying him. Because if we're just getting him, we're needing the players to come in right now and to get going. We ain't got no time to wait because Martial and McTominay.
So that's why I said to you, was Eriksen the better option? That's why I said to you, Eriksen or Bruno Fernandes. For me, I would have got Eriksen, and I'm not saying I don't want Bruno Fernandes. Let's not get it twisted here. I thought if you're not going to look at it short term, get Eriksen till summer, then Bruno Fernandes in the summer, and then you bed them together. But that's an option. That's an option for you.
That could have been an option, but Eriksen has checked out
for 20 million. 20 million.
Eriksen has checked out. Eriksen wants to go and play in.
Was he not worth 20 million?
No, he might have been, but he just didn't want to come to any club in England. He didn't want to come. I know that it hurts you, but Man United are no longer that to come to. They don't want to come here. The guy said already.
Will Samari come here?
Listen, he's a young kid. There's a difference. He's not coming to the. But I'm telling you, Eriksen already told people because when he said he was going to run his contract down, he wasn't going to sign under contract. He said already, I want a different challenge, and he wanted to go to Real Madrid. But Real Madrid are like he said, Perez is like Pogba. If you don't know Pogba, he definitely don't know Eriksen, do he?
What's your percentage? Just to end on Bruno Fernandes, your percentage is coming to United.
100.
Yeah.
50-50, mate.
50-50, come on,
I'm telling you. Because I know this club. I know this club. They've done it to me for 30 years. I've got scars. I've got scars. Mate. Psychologically, that's the thing about it. You can't see it. Psychologically, I'm scarred. We were going to sign Ronaldinho. That was the most I got the most excited about.
I remember that day.
Ronaldinho. I was so excited. I couldn't sleep. I kept checking teletext back in the days, you know what I mean? Checking, thinking what's going on.
Waiting for it to fresh.
You know what? Freshen up that
right.
BBC, I think it was 306 or whatever it was.
303, 306.
I was to just refresh it.
Shout out to you guys that are watching from England, you don't know. Aaron, Nuruddin, Liverpool.
Oh my God.
Let's get our head down now. Liverpool, top of the league, flying.
Yep.
Not undefeated this season.
Yep.
United 5th in the league. Inconsistent.
Yep.
Have we got any chance?
No chance.
Well, I'm going to say, a lot of people say that when we play them, it's a different game.
Nah.
And listen, form goes out the window, which I respect, by the way. I respect.
Form, yeah.
I respect their opinion.
At Old Trafford.
No, but I said to the derby, was form go out the window. And what do we do? We won that game.
Form does go out the window, but
this is a different type of form.
Compared to last game, no McTominay, obviously no Pogba, no Ashley Young, he's got him now.
Yeah.
Potentially no Rashford.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play with James, Martial, Greenwood probably.
Greenwood's gonna get home to try, mate.
Do you see what I mean? And it's at their stadium, Anfield.
And man like Fabinho getting baptised and that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what I mean?
That man I pray, that man you know what I'm saying? They got the juju on their side, you get me? Like,
listen, it's gonna be...
Have you heard that, haven't you? Just to give you a bit of insight. What was his name? Grobbelaar. Was it Bruce Grobbelaar? The guy he's South African, isn't it? Bruce Grobbelaar. He was the goalkeeper for Liverpool, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Check it up, Aaron.
Oh, the story.
Bruce,
yeah,
yes.
I heard the story.
So the story, he said this, right? He got somebody from South Africa. I think he was some sort of like juju chief or whatever. And he basically said, I think it was his testimonial. He was like, if you're not here, if they don't keep you, they're not going to win a league. He said that, and he was on the pitch, this guy, and he was doing things on the pitch. Grobbelaar comes back. Liverpool start going on the league runs, mate. Grobbelaar is back at Liverpool or some capacity. I think he's working for Liverpool TV or whatever.
Wow.
He's back, and the story goes that Juju's been lifted. Those of you who are into that, who understand what that was talking about.
So yeah,
Juju lift. So
what Juju we need?
So listen to me. There's no Juju that can help us, mate. Let me put it out there. Let me put it out there. The most of you in the world who believe in Juju, there ain't no Juju helping us come 4:30 kickoff on Sunday. Because you know why? That midfield is getting absolutely.
They've got quality over the pitch.
I think they've got way too much.
Fabinho, who we should have signed. Fabinho, man.
And I think
we should have signed that boy, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get like seriously. We're gonna.
Is there any hope, though?
No, listen to me. I'm gonna give you the hope. My hope is this. Now, I'm old school like this, innit? So some of you new school guys.
Well, not new school.
Well, half
we've been around the block.
You're half and half in it. Half and half and half scout.
No.
You're like that.
I don't wear
crimes against football. Crimes against football. You know, every time I see a half and half scout, I just think crimes against football. I just have that feeling about me. I cringe. But anyway, I'm saying to you in terms of the generation, you're half and half.
Yeah.
Anfield, our record is abysmal, right? We draw there. The best thing we could do back in the day, even with Fergie, I'm talking about treble-winning teams.
Yeah.
We would go there, we would get a draw. Even when they were really crap, they would raise it, right?
Yeah.
So our record at Anfield is not. The only game in 30 years that I've watched myself and seen was that Van Gaal. When he went there and we taught them a footballing lesson.
The magical battle.
Yeah, even when they had a 10 men, even though they were down to 10 men, still. Even because there'll be red cards in this game, 100%. 100%.
Pereira's probably played.
We've not had red cards for a while. We're gonna have red cards. I don't want to keep carrying.
Come on, man.
But listen,
optimistic.
Listen to me. To me, it's not about getting slapped. It is about how you lose. It's a way when you play your biggest rivals. There's no shame in losing because it's a big game, right? Yeah. But it's about how you lose. So I'm not looking.
What's the setup then? What's the setup all he's got to do to beat Liverpool? For me, that's the only way we're going to win. We're going to win. That is it for me. Because I don't see him coming in with a draw.
We haven't got the place to set up, man.
So what has Ollie got to do tactically to beat Liverpool?
What he has to do?
Because it's going to come down to tactics in the day. There's no freestyling here.
No, listen to me. It's not about tactics. What Ollie can do in these days? They're recovering now. They're recovering from last night, today, tomorrow.
Let's say Rashford's playing.
Listen, the last 3 days. What they need to do on what Man United have to do, it is, and you know what? This is what I really want Greenwood to play. I want Williams.
Are you
to
sure?
play. Yeah, because you know why? Do you know why? I want them to experience that feeling of that cauldron going to Anfield, hearing those fans, everybody fighting for their blood.
I want expense.
Because one thing you said, Brandon Williams has stood up to every test, right? Greenwood, can he stood up to? Because Greenwood has lit goals against him in the youth team. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's lit goals. It's different. It's different. But what I'm saying to you, for them to get experience, because I personally think we haven't got the midfield to beat them in this game.
No.
If we win this game, it would be a set piece last minute winner somewhere. That's if we get there. Listen, if we get there, oh my, I will get on the Beckenbauer train. If Harry Beckenbauer train, if he was to do that, if he was to do that, I would get on that. But what Man United have to do, the plan is to stay in the game as much as you can. When the team's on top, you have to tuck in, you have to help each other. You cannot give spaces, and the midfield and the attack will have to come back and defend. When they're on the ball, we can't think we're going to leave Rashford just up there, whatever. I'm sorry to say, but in this game, it's the only game I always think about this season. I don't care how Man United play. I don't care what part. We don't lose. We bring the Titanic out, mate. We bring all the buses. We bring all the buses, mate. You know how many buses on Winslow Road? It's the busiest bus route in Europe. Yeah. Bring all the buses that day, mate, on Sunday, mate. Hire them all. Park them all in that halfway line, mate. I'll have that all day. Because that's the only thing, because I don't want to lose. Because I went to university in Liverpool, and you know how the Scousers get at me. You know that. You know it already.
So he's saying, De Gea masterclass. That's what he looks like to me. You know what I mean? De Gea masterclass. Listen, De Gea, come out, man. I just think, Aaron, if you look at the setup, the midfield is going to be probably, I reckon he'll put Matic in there. I reckon he'll put Pereira in the kind of middle, supporting thingy Martial. I don't know, man. Would it be a game where United play, when they don't have the ball, they sit in there 4-3-3, 4-3-2-1, but when they on the counter-attack, they go as a 2. So Rashford and Martial as a 2, Pereira tucks into the right, you know what I mean, Fred goes onto the left. So basically what happened was they counter-attack in a 2. So when Arnold and Robertson go forward, they're 2-on-2 with Van Dijk and Matic. That for me would be the perfect scenario. Because then when they're going to push forward, we hit with a break.
But then I think Klopp's not an idiot. Like he's not,
he's not
dumb. He knows this is our strength. So what he's probably going to do is he's going to tell Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold not to go, not to bomb forward. He's going to tell them to stay back and move up with the team when they're attacking, but not go forward the way they used to do it, to the point where they're going to cross it in. I think the wide men in this game are going to be Salah and Mane.
Who we got to look out for you?
I think the midfield, bro. That's the midfield.
What, England midfield of the year, John Henderson? I think people, you know what, people underestimate the guy.
And that's the thing with John Henderson, bro. He's not technically the most gifted or the best midfielder in the world.
He does everything off the ball that you want.
Bro, that's what I mean, bro.
And that system, he works.
In that system, it works perfectly. And a lot of people will find out, and Ollie will find out as well, if he plays Matic, bro, he's going to get overrun,
Sent back to Serbia like he did to Tesco the other night.
Why not?
Where was he going? Serious? Can someone tell me where was Matic going?
Why not?
Did he go to Tesco, grab some milk?
No.
Then come back.
No.
What did he do?
You know what? It was Ashley Young. You just heard that news. Ashley Young was getting on the plane. He was like, "Can he put me in that suitcase?"
See what I mean? So,
save me a seat next to.
Why now?
Ashley Young was there on the stand going.
Come to Italia.
Wijnaldum,
he's a very good baller.
Keita and I don't know if Fabinho's back. Keita and Henderson, they're gonna give Matic
Ox as well.
They're gonna give him a nightmare.
They have options on the bench as well, Shaqiri.
And you know why? And this is why, to me, it's not. I don't care if you're big and strong. I don't care if you're 6 foot, 7 foot. You have to be technically gifted, quick to turn.
Move your body.
Your awareness, quick to move your body. Matic only got a left. He's got a left foot. That's all he has. So naturally, he's always gonna look for that left foot. Even look at the game yesterday. When he got no options on his right foot, what does he do? Turn back to his left. Turn around himself maybe 2-3 times until he can actually pass with his left foot. And that's exactly because of that. Not tomorrow. On Sunday, if he does that, he's gonna get found out quick because you turn once, Mane is there. You turn twice, someone else is there. You turn, bro. Gone.
It's just the worst game for Martial if you look at it in terms of he plays this game a lot backs against the wall.
No creativity.
If he's gonna give him the ball, you know what Van Dijk are gonna do and Matic. So Gomez, he has to be clever. I think he's got to run around them. I think what he does. Basically he's got to run down the channels. I feel like what I've seen of him lately, he's always trying to get the ball, receive it. And against the lesser teams, brilliant. But against top quality, you just can't do that.
You got to go for the channels. But what I'm going to say, this game, if we stay in the first half an hour, 20 minutes, the Scousers know their fans are going to be, their noise levels are going to be crazy. They want blood. They want to say, we won the league.
They want to put us to the sword.
We won the league and we gave them 5 for that season. So when they look back on the DVD, they'll be like, fast forward to that game where we give them 5, you know what I mean, on to winning the league, right? Or winning whatever, or unbeaten or whatever, right? So in the first 20 to 25 minutes, we've got to put the Anfield crowd silent. However we're doing it, we need to stay in the game as long as the longest we stay in the game, the more their fans will get nervous because it's a psychological game. This is the game. If we concede 1 or 2 in the first half, it'll be exactly. You'll hear the same tweets. You'll see my tweets. It can get embarrassing here. I predict. I already know what's coming. So Man United, the biggest thing that Ollie's got to focus on with the players is say, we have to stay in the game. Now, looking at the tactics that we use when we play them at Old Trafford, we should be in shape. When they're hitting the long balls across to either side, we were already there in place. So position-wise, it was good. Pereira was there pressing hard. So they weren't getting that much room in the midfield to play as well. But what they did was, they took off 3 midfielders. We sat back because we had the lead. And we sat back and that energy sapped, and they took off 3 midfielders and brought on 3 midfielders.
Yeah.
That's what is called options. And those 3 guys had the chances. Who scored? The guy who last came on. Lalana, right? Yeah. So, to me, it's going to be very interesting because Bailly played. Did he play the other night? He played 2 games.
Well, he played tonight as well.
Yeah, no, he played a game for the under 23s. Then he had a game behind closed doors
on Tuesday.
Yeah, so I am guessing the reasons why Ollie is exacerbating him
so
more than so I think he might go with a 3 and still play Brandon Williams and Juan Bissaka as the winger. And because the thing about those 2, what you would do then, at least it compacts the game. It gave him in that, because Juan Bissaka and Williams, when they're not going out wide, they can tuck in and help the United midfield in terms of pressing and energy. And then you're also stopping them. You're meeting them halfway. Now they're going to have a lot of the ball. So look, at times we're going to play with 5 at the back. Let's not make it. But when we win the ball back, especially if we're going to have bit of possession, we need to be able to get them up further the pitch and put them on the back foot if we can. But who's going to... That'll be the question that comes back to me, because I've been thinking about this all yesterday, last night, this morning. I'm thinking, who's going to supply the passes?
Supply the passes. What's your team?
I think we'll play in a 3-5-2, just like Norden said. So it's going to be De Gea, then it's going to be Maguire, Lindelof. I think Bailly's going to start.
I don't see it, but go on.
I think he'll start Bailly. There's, like you said, it's not for nothing that he's making them play so many games, because Forster Mensa hasn't played that game behind closed doors. Yeah. So I think because of that, I think he's thinking of playing Bailly. So he's going to play Lindelof on the... Who of them is left-footed? No one.
No. But Maguire is comfortable with his comfortable.
So I think he's going to go Maguire left centre-back, Lindelof in the middle.
No, I think
Bailly in the middle, and then Lindelof on the right centre-back. Then he's going to go Wan-Bissaka right wing-back. Then he's going to go Fred, Matic, Pereira, and Williams left wing-back.
Yeah.
So you've got 3 midfielders. You've got Matic in the middle sitting. Then you've got Pereira here, and then you've probably got Fred there, or the other way around.
And then he's going to go with
and then he's going to go with James
and Martial. That's if Rashford doesn't play.
Yeah. Okay. You see that as well?
Yeah, I see that team. But I think one thing Ollie has to understand is that we went to the Etihad and shocked them and played in a system that which they didn't get. Now Klopp is a clever guy. He's anticipating United playing 3. He's already working on game plan to think, how can I... Ollie, what I'm waiting for, what I'm waiting for Ollie to do is Ollie to come up with a plan that when the game changes, when they're still getting through us with the win backs, can he then adapt and change it again? Can he then adapt and change the shape? Not necessarily the personnel, because we haven't got anybody on the bench, right? Who's he gonna bring on? Chong? Do you know what I mean? But can he then adapt in terms of the change? Or can he say, hold here, don't push too much, let us stay in the game? To me, this game is all about staying in the game. Anfield, the crowd, the referee, the Liverpool place, every decision.
Basically, you're saying a 0-0.
No, I'm saying the longer my experience of watching Man United Liverpool at Anfield, right, is that the longer
we never play well. Even when we were on Fergie, we never played well.
The longer we stay in the games, the more the crowd get nervous. Yeah. The more, and we've nicked it. John O'Shea's one of my favourite was the John O'Shea. We did it in the most skullduggery of a way. They battered us for 90 minutes. Rooney takes a free kick. The ball somewhere bounces in the box. Comes to John O'Shea, mate. Last minute on the cop end. Bang! Top corner, mate.
Score.
Let me come back down to it.
Scoring.
Bro, we're going to lose this one.
If you were to win?
If we were to win 1-0.
I can't see us winning. I would take the draw now.
I'm going to go for a 0-0. I don't know. Optimistic. Guys, that's been your podcast 47. Can Bruno Fernandes fix this? Will we be seen? Signed, delivered, everything.
No chance. I'm not falling for that hype. And those of you who know, we ain't falling for that hype, mate. That guy Red Devil, mate. For those people apparently who are coming at me on YouTube, you know where it's at. You know where to go to. for all your therapeutic needs and for all to get your anger issues out, you know where I am. Doctor, that guy Red Devil.
Aaron.
Yes, Mr. Aaron UTD, man. Everywhere, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Make sure you follow.
Yeah, congratulations, by the way. 3K, guys. It's past 3K. The target is to keep going, keep pushing forward. Let's get to the 5 now.
Let's get to 5.
Let's get to 5, but that's it, man. I mean, then 5 to 10. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Like the video, subscribe to Night Central. Comment down below. Is Bruno Fernandes going to be available soon? You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments below your predictions for the game. And if you're watching on Instagram, guys, make sure you tag us, all of our socials. Tag us on Twitter. If you're watching this anywhere, go tag us, your location and everything and all that. And just keep supporting United Central, man. More and better things to come. And you know what, mate? There might be a special announcement coming up soon. You'll see. But guys, like the video. You know what? We'll tell them about the Pi Radio on Monday.
Yeah. We're invited at Pi Radio on Monday, which is a podcast where we talk about United, obviously, and the Premier League in general, and also European football. So the thing with them is they record it, and it comes out on Monday. The same night, it comes out on Spotify. So the link, once it's out, obviously we'll be sharing it on our social media platforms, and then you can go on Spotify and just listen to it, man. It's probably an hour-long podcast. That's the way they do it all the time. So you can listen to it while you're on your way to work, in your car, when you're in the gym. That's the good thing about Spotify podcast, man. That's what I like about it. But
that's it.
As soon as the link is out, we'll be letting you guys know, and there will be footage on Instagram as well. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, man. Anyway, guys, like the video, subscribe to their channels, subscribe to United Central, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.
Come on, United!